Hi there and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial, where today I am going to be teaching you, yes you, Algebra 1. And in this video we're going to look at lesson number 2 in chapter 9, which is more parts of a parabola. And we left off in lesson 1 with looking at the X-intercepts, or the roots of a parabola, and that's what we were introduced to in terms of quadratic equations. And we practiced graphing various quadratic equations on a coordinate plane as well. But the graph of a quadratic is called a parabola, as we've seen before. Today you will become familiar with some important terminology regarding parabolas. And in exercise number 1, it says use the graph of the parabola to complete each part below. Part A wants you to begin by circling the zeros of the parabola. Remember, these are also called x-intercepts. So we know this from lesson 1 that our x-intercepts are also called zeros or roots or solutions, and they are located where the parabola crosses the x-axis. So we have an intersection right here, so we're going to circle the zeros, and an intersection right here. So these zeros occur at x equals 1, and x equals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So x equals 1 and x equals 7 are our two zeros, or our x-intercepts. It says locate the maximum value of the parabola. Label the coordinate point where the maximum value occurs. This maximum value is also called the vertex of the parabola. So we have a vertex on every parabola, and that vertex could be a maximum, or sometimes it could be a minimum. Maximum is the largest value. So the largest value is the highest value. We're looking for the largest y value when we look for a maximum. Our vertex is also referred to as something called a turning point, and that's because it's where the parabola turns from going up to going down, or vice versa. So our vertex is located right here, and it wants us to write the coordinate point where that vertex or maximum point occurs, and that's going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4, 9 is where our vertex or maximum value occurs. Next on our list is what is the domain of this parabola. So now thinking way back to one of our first chapters in the book where we talked about domain and range, our domain is all of our x values that this function reaches. So this thing goes down and to the left forever, and our keyword there is left forever. And then on this side, it goes down and to the right forever. And when we deal with x values, right forever is our keyword. So if it goes left forever and right forever, our domain is going to be all real numbers, or from negative infinity to positive infinity. So either way, all real numbers or from negative infinity to positive infinity are two ways to express the domain of that parabola. And now finally in part D, it says over what domain interval is the parabola increasing? So when we think about increasing, we read this parabola from left to right. And as we read it from left to right, well, we notice that our parabola goes up, 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 up. Turning point, it's going to turn around. And then after the turning point, it's going to go down, 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 down. So our increasing interval is this left side of the parabola. So we want to find our leftmost point, and we said it goes left forever. So it's going to start increasing at negative infinity, and then we're going to be less than x, and then it's going to stop increasing at the x value where the maximum occurs. It's going to increase this entire interval all the way up to 4. So all the way up to 4, but not including 4. And the reason why we don't include 4 is because if it were to include 4, that means we would be increasing at the point it's turning around, which means it would have to be decreasing as well at the point where it's turning around. So can something be increasing and decreasing at the same time? And the answer is no. Those would cancel each other out. So at the turning point, or at the vertex of a parabola, it is neither increasing nor is it decreasing. So we leave that out by not putting an equal to sign underneath the inequality that's connected to the 4. So we are increasing from our x values of negative infinity all the way up to 4, but not including 4. So in this video, we've just looked at our domain interval of a parabola, the domain interval where the function is increasing, and we located the maximum value. We refer to that maximum value also as the vertex, and even a new word called the turning point. And also, we begun by circling the zeros of the parabola, and those were x-intercepts. So we had a lot in this question, a lot of new terminology words, but that's what this lesson focuses on, these new words about more parts of a parabola. Now, if this video was helpful to you to see these parts of a parabola and associate new words with these parts of a parabola, please give it a thumbs up, and you're now ready for exercise number 2. Thank you for watching.